Hello, my name is Andrea Hernandez, and here's my introduction video for data analysis and assessment. Um, Here are a few pictures of myself. This is my family here. I have my husband and 3 children, and then I have 2 pictures here from graduation just about a month ago. I'll talk to you about those here in a minute. So here are some pictures of myself and my family. This is my husband. We met at Fort Hays and got married between our junior and senior year. We have 3 children here. I have all 3 of them in a picture at Christmas time. I have my daughter. She's going to be a senior at Dodge City High School, and there she is holding our dog Tico. Then I have 2 boys. I have Alex, who's going to be a freshman at the high school, and then my little guy Xavier will be a 5th grader at the elementary school next door to me. We love to travel. Here you see us as we are leaving on our spring break trip. We did take a cruise to the Bahamas. We were able to take my mother and my husband's mother, and we just really enjoy traveling and getting away. I also have a picture here of my son graduating from 8th grade. I was fortunate enough to be his teacher at DCMS this year. So 8th grade graduation was a new thing for us, and I was fortunate enough not only to participate and be there as his mother, but also as his 8th grade social studies teacher. So that was fun for both of us. And then finally, we spend a lot of time supporting my daughter in her sports endeavors. Here she is after a basketball game with her great grandparents, my grandparents, coming out and supporting her at her basketball. Some personal history. I have been married for 18 years. I met my husband at Fort Hays. We got married between our junior and senior year, and we both graduated from Fort Hays in 2005. I have 3 beautiful and very busy children. They keep us busy running around after all of their events. We are currently living in Dodge City, Kansas. We relocated here in early 2020. It ended up being quite a different experience than we were expecting, because that was right in the beginning stages of the COVID shutdown. I am teaching 8th grade American history at Dodge City Middle School. After graduating from Fort Hays, my husband and I did move around quite a bit to get him established in his career. So I have taught in 4 districts, grades K through 8th, and I have taught 8 years. I was fortunate enough to be able to stay home with my children for 10 years. After I had my middle son, I ended up taking maternity leave and never going back to school. When my youngest, Xavier, went to kindergarten, I went back to the classroom full time. And this is my final course in my Master's of ESOL degree. The pictures I had on that first slideshow was me walking. I was able to provisionally walk and participate in commencement exercises in May. So not that I'm counting, but just about 25 days, and then I'll be done with this degree. So that is one of my goals, to finish my master's degree. As I said, I'm close. With that, I need to add my certification to my teaching license, which I took my certification test yesterday and did get a pass on that. So just waiting for everything to be official and get added to my license through KSDE, and I'll be set to start back at the classroom in August. Once I finish these courses, which I started last year, I hope to take on a more leadership role within my teaching team at DCMS, my current school. Don't really want to leave the classroom, but would like to help. We have a lot of new and incoming teachers, just help them be successful in their classroom. And most importantly, like I said, I don't want to leave the classroom. I love the kids. I love the energy they bring to the classroom. And so I just want to be able to make sure that as I go into the classroom, I'm able to find the daily joy of not only being their teacher, but just being with them and truly enjoying my job. Data analysis at DCMS. I think we do a pretty good job of this at my current school. We take the FastBridge assessment 3 times a year, August, December, and May, in reading, math, and then SEL, which is the SABRS and My SABRS component, where the student fills it out and the teacher fills it out. We do use that reading data quite a bit to drive our instruction. Then we have our state assessments, which are taken once yearly: reading, math, social studies, and science. We do have students who also take the KELPA. Social studies used to be an 8th grade assessment. It has been moved down to 7th grade. So I currently do not administer any of those state assessments. We do use a system called EduClimber. That is where we have all of our data in one place, so we can look at assessment data and see how students are doing on their FastBridge and how it compares over time. Also, their yearly state assessments, those CAP assessments, but we can also look at things like their attendance or possibly discipline. Are kids having discipline at a certain time of day or a certain location in the school? Maybe we need to look at that and provide additional, can't think of the word now, additional monitoring in a certain location, or maybe we need to look at a schedule change. Maybe we've got 2 classes or 2 grade levels that are doing both in the hallway at the same time. We need to adjust that a little bit, things like that. So this EduClimber was new to us. We are just really starting to dabble in it. I know that with additional time and use, we will get better at making sure that we utilize the data more effectively. As far as for data analysis for instruction in my classroom, currently just mainly using FastBridge data, the reading data, to help in grouping of students, and we've really been pushed to utilize reading fluency partners to help increase our reading fluency. So I do regroup students 3 times a year after they have finished those reading FastBridge assessments. And then I use formative assessments where to see if maybe information that I've taught hasn't been mastered and maybe I need to reteach. Maybe there's been something that I thought I did a really good job on, and then I give the test and find out everybody bombed it. Then, of course, that is a time for me to go back and reteach. So really, the only data that I'm currently using, the formal data that I'm using in my classroom, is that reading FastBridge. Improvement of data analysis for myself is how can I utilize more than just those FastBridge reading scores to help drive my instruction. Secondly, how can I intentionally use the data that we are already collecting? I know there is so much within that EduClimber system. It's already being collected. So how can I use that to help me make sure my students are succeeding, not just in my classroom, but across their entire educational experience? And the last thing I think I could improve on is there a better way to collect grades and communicate with parents that I'm currently employing? I do teach 8th grade history. I teach 6 sections of that a day, so I generally see about 140 students. This class coming up is even larger, so I see about probably closer to 150 students next year. So any tips or tricks on how to collect grades and use that in my favor as far as getting that information out would be great. I look forward to learning from all of you and getting to know you. Thanks.